And I think we can start. I just want to make a short intro about the protocol and this agenda, right? And the Yield Farming Academy itself. And after that, we can move on to the things that we want to discuss. Okay. I think we have a couple guys joined us. Okay, 40 guys, but I see that new members are joining. Okay, sounds good. Okay. So I want to make a short intro, like what is the Leech Protocol? And the Leech Protocol is an automated yield farming app. And by automated, what we mean is that the app with the smart contracts, with the audited smart contracts, uh, aggregates yields across different pools, vaults, and the blockchains. We want to integrate eventually with the 12 blockchains. And it is done like automated. So we are not the beefy when you just go and search and move your liquidity, swap, reach, and claim the rewards. No, everything is being done automatically. So if you go and open the application, which is app.leechprotocol.com, and join and provide liquidity into one of our pools, so everything will be done under the hood. So the algorithms are gonna move your liquidity across pools, different pools, and looking for the best APRs and the best blockchains to move your liquidity to get the yields. And we are open since today. I think we have made the announcement that we are open like maybe half an hour ago, meaning that we have right now the maximum capacity of 1 mil, and the maximum per wallet allowance, I think it's like 30K. And the best part is that we are launching the incentivization program at the moment, and it is plus 25% APR for anyone who joins the pools and takes and put liquidity at least for 2 weeks, and after that you will be available to claim the rewards. For the guys who put the liquidity during the second stage, the claim button is already live, so you can go to the app leechprotocol.com and claim your rewards during the first months of our hyper incentivization program. So it's like a short news from the protocol, but we are here for the Yield Farming Academy. And the Academy is the initiative powered by the Leech Protocol and a number of guests and partners to educate community about the yield farming. So it's a series of AMA sessions, articles, quizzes, and the quests on different popular quest platforms, because we want to educate more people about the DeFi, and we want to let more people from just an average crypto to the DeFi, and obviously from outside of crypto. And this is why we created the Yield Farming Academy. So today we are going to host the AMA session for the second lesson in the Yield Farming Academy. And the second lesson is about the DeFi ecosystems. We have already published the first article in the Galaxy, and I'll share the link under the comments. And we have a raffle for a prize pool for around $50 for best questions today, guys. So we will let someone to the stage, I think so, at the end, to ask the questions, and we will pick some best questions from the comments under the original post or under this post, depending on the quality of the comment. So I think we have a guest, the Lizanets, if I am right to pronounce. Can you please introduce yourself? And after that, Vlad, I will ask you to introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you guys. First of all, thanks for inviting me for this AMA session. Um, if we're going to talk about the short introduction, I would say that I have contributed in Web3 since 2017. Also, I have led marketing and business development teams of more than 50 people across various niches and served as an advisor for decentralized exchanges, for bridges, DeFi protocols, and analytical products. Currently, I am a co-founder and CEO at a growth marketing agency, which calls BlockFunnel. We are specializing in designing funnels to attract liquidity to DeFi protocols, token volume, active users, with a primary focus on Tier 1 projects and centralized exchanges. We are the only one in a space who is committing to delivering measurable results and doing refunds. So, actually, I wouldn't say I'm so deep in any DeFi or any hedge strategies as a user, but I'm rather as a guy who is standing from the side of products and contributing to the implementation of best practices to attract liquidity to DeFi protocols. But on the kind of flip side, I have accumulated quite well background, characterized by any periods of significant gains and huge losses. Here should be like kind of shout out to Sam from FTX and Dick Won from Anchor Protocol. So, but it's okay. It's kind of onboarding in crypto and in Web3 because you started to learn more only in case you started to have huge losses. Only after your first liquidation, you will learn what is hedge, how the lending protocols should work, and so on and so on.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you.
You definitely need to go through the Yield Farming Academy because we had a first session before about the wallets, and we uncovered all things like what it can be, what the difference custodial, non-custodial, how to choose the wallet, how to operate it securely, how to store your keys, how to transfer your keys, what will be if you're going to be all around the world in some city naked without any phones, everything, how to restore your crypto. So I suggest you to go through our first lesson. And today, I think host will explain the agenda. Short about me, I'm a fully Degen skin in the game. I have 95% of my portfolio in crypto, and this is not a stable coins. This is not also a financial advice. You shouldn't be like me. I am because I started in crypto my journey since 2017 also. And we built a lot. We built wallets, DEX, and money market. I mean, lending protocol and bridges, and that's why I know how it works under the hood and what's going on inside. And today we will talk in general about the DeFi ecosystems. So, what is our agenda?
Thank you very much. So Vlad is our advisor here at Leech Protocol and the advisor of the Yield Farming Academy. And I think today we want to cover like what is the DeFi ecosystem, right? Like what are the modulars of any DeFi ecosystem if you want to get deeper inside that. I think we should get into the liquidity issues and how the liquidity goes through the DeFi and what like goes through the different DeFi modulars inside of any ecosystem. And in the end, I think we should cover something about the Leech approach in that we are building to redefine the yield farming and to simplify that. And we will cover what is easy DeFi approach for anyone who wants to get into the DeFi. So I think we can start with the first one. Like, what is like an DeFi ecosystem? What are the modulars? What are the blocks that any DeFi ecosystem is built on? Vlad, can you?
I would love to give a word to Dima because he's our guest, and if so, I will continue the discussion.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks, the host. If we're gonna say about the point of the helicopter view, I would say that with DeFi you can do most of the things that you can do in like traditional finance, like earn your interest, borrow, lend, I don't know, buy insurance, trade derivatives, trade assets, and more and more and more. But it is faster, cheaper, and doesn't require paperwork or any third party as it has to be in traditional finance. All you need is just connect your wallet, but better to do it with any trusted or at least audited dApps.
Thank you. I will start in general about the similar example. So if you take just a city or downtown, what you have inside of the city? You have the roads. Someone cleaned these roads. You have lights on the roads. Someone pay for the electricity. Someone also support all of that simple infrastructure, just roads and lights. Then what else you have? You have the bus stations. You have the train stations. You have the airport. You have all of that inside of the city, and all of that are interconnected. It's the same in any financial world. So if we take currencies and the countries, all of them are also interconnected. All of them are tradable. All of them have the deals for import and export, and all of that deals are based somewhere. It's called exchange. And that's also the ecosystem. I would love to talk about the simple examples because many people around just using the currency like a simple currency, the simple number on your app, or the simple number of papers inside of your wallet. But this is not a full view of the currency and economic. If we wanna compare the traditional finance and the DeFi in traditional finance, you can do much more than in DeFi, because DeFi is only 3 years old, 4 years old, if we take the interception from the MakerDAO. But the difference is we have a lot of countries around the world, but some of them not allowed to participate in trading in general stocks or in lending and borrowing. How many of you guys are think about that you are able to buy, for example, Apple stocks and then lend them and borrow some US dollar based on your collateral with Apple stocks? That's a good question. And around all of that, we are in DeFi. We are building the top financial products with a lot of upgrades, like speed, like non-custodial services where you own your assets. But we take all of that from the regular finance, from the regular stock market, from the regular life. We didn't create anything significant new. We just take it, reimagine it, and build it on a blockchain. So regular exchange, when you can buy stocks, how it works. 300 years ago, it works in a big hall. You're going with a suit and the paper case, and you're trying to sell some papers. I mean, in real, the papers, you're trying to sell some papers or exchange papers on papers. That's the first exchange in Amsterdam. That's how it works. Now you can open the terminal and all of that connected with the backend, and someone control everything on the backend side. The exchanges works from 10 to 6 p.m. and you should have the license. And as Dima said, there's a lot of paperwork to just join this ecosystem and trying to do something. So this is the gap between the regular users and we don't have this gap in DeFi. The only gap what we have is a knowledge. And here we are give you this knowledge, how it works. So Long story short, the DeFi and DeFi ecosystem is like a puzzle, like a Lego, like a simple puzzle with Lego, based on which you can build what you want. You want to build the derivatives, it's possible. You want to build the stable coin, it's possible. All of that is possible because we have the programming language, for example, Solidity, and you can build all of those products based on Ethereum, and they will work until Ethereum will work. That's the difference with the backend solution, because in a case with a regular exchange and backend, they just can stop it, and that's it, like FTX did, because this also was the custodial solution. So yeah, long story short, the DeFi and the DeFi ecosystem, that's a system with a major products which are interconnected, and on these major products, everything else is built. And next we will uncover what exact these products. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, because it's like it was a minute
Hey,
of
can you hear me?
pause. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us well?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Like, looks like he's not.
Yeah, I get some connectivity issues, I would say. Okay, so let's move on, right?
Yes. So I can continue with the next question from our agenda, or you will announce it, and let's fix this problem with connection. Okay. So host write me a direct message that we can continue. The another thing what we should uncover, and Dima, we can do it with like in a conversation. So if we take the DeFi ecosystem, what the major product of the whole DeFi ecosystem, without which one we cannot do anything? What do you think?
If we do kind of underline, I would say there are bridges, because you're not able to attract any liquidity to any ecosystem. Another one is decentralized exchanges, also lending and borrowing protocols, like also stable coins, wallets, of course, oracles. But the high priority are for decentralized exchanges, lending protocols, and stable coins, as I think. But stable coins, not native stable coins, not only native stable coins, but some kind of USDC or USDT where is already some kind of liquidity which can be attracted to any other ecosystem. What's your opinion about this?
Okay, so I want to start with basic things to uncover the features. You said it right. That's fully right. But the major in general is the IMM protocol, or decentralized exchange. We have a different type of them. We have curve-like exchanges with a constant functional market maker model, when you can exchange the assets with the same price, like the ATH and ETH, or like USDC or USDT. Then we have Uniswap V3 with concentrated liquidity market maker, when you can provide liquidity with a price in a price ranges, so with higher commission. And then we have a regular IMM, and that's the basic, that's the interception of any DeFi ecosystem. Why? Because with the decentralized exchange, you can easy as fuck list your token. Just create your token and create a pool with your token. And that's give the price to your token. That's the major difference between the centralized exchanges. And you don't need to wait, you don't need to pay for the listing, you just list it and it's full permission list. Then, because you can list any token, create and list, you are making the market so everyone able to buy and sell the tokens. And that's the interception, that's the major part. And if you can go to DeFi Llama and check all 10 ecosystems like Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, even Tron, Arbitrum, Optimism, and go on, you will find that the same protocols, I mean the same in categories, have the major liquidity. So the major liquidity are in DEXs, lending protocols, stablecoins, bridges, and staking solutions like Lido. So to say what's the top of any DeFi ecosystem, the first one is a decentralized exchange. The second one, it depends on the chain, but it's staking for the validators to support the chain because it's native yield in native token, and you're supporting the chain, making it more decentralized. And the third one is a stable coin because we are always buying burgers for dollars, not yet for ETH or BTC, always for dollars. So we are always want to go out in the same field inside safe assets like a stablecoin. And that's top 3 products which we can arrange in any DeFi ecosystem. And in that 3 products, we have the major liquidity. And then it's depending on ecosystem, we have bridges. For example, we don't need to have a bridge to go to Ethereum. The only one bridge what we have, which is useful, is bridge between Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's Wrapper BTC. But we don't need to bridge assets, add under assets to Ethereum because any other chain have less liquidity than Ethereum blockchain. I mean the locked liquidity in the DeFi protocols. And all of that chains want to take the liquidity from Ethereum to them, to their chain. And if we will take Arbitrum, Optimism, any other chain, whatever, it can be Polkadot, it can be Tezos, any of them have the bridge, which can just go with the liquidity from one chain to another chain. That's the another product. And on top of that products, we can repeat IMM protocol or DEX, lending protocol, stablecoin, native staking for the validators, and the bridges. And on top of that, of all of the products, we can build another one, and another one, and another one. What it can be? It can be derivatives, it can be options, it can be insurance, it can be whatever you can imagine or take the reference from the regular finance. That's how it works.
Actually, I cannot. My marketing background cannot be in silence, so I would also add that you highlighted just the basics of any ecosystem, but any other things, I would say depends mostly on the vision and then on go-to-market of a core team of any ecosystem. Like as a rule, Arbitrum, Optimism are more for kind of yield farming. At the same time, Polygon focus on bridging the gap between Web 2 and Web 3. That's why we see a lot of products like real-world assets, that real-world assets, Web 2 giants like Starbucks, Disney, Netflix, They're choosing Polygon rather than Ethereum or any else. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, I can hear you, and I'm adding Vlad as a speaker, right? One more time, Vlad, do you hear us?
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, that's much better. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. So can we move to the liquidity issue into the DeFi? What do you think?
What do you mean by liquidity issue?
I mean, like and you cannot imagine any DeFi ecosystem without the liquidity, right? So, like, um, can you describe how the liquidity is going into the DeFi and into the basic DeFi modulars, and why any DeFi ecosystem needs liquidity, basically?
Oh, that's a tricky question between the egg and chicken. So without the liquidity, you wouldn't able to onboard any institutional customers on your product. So if you have in your DEX, for example, only 20 millions in TVL, if someone want to swap just a 50K or even a 10K in some pool, he will have the significant price impact. And it's not useful. It's more useful on Texas. But we are here building the decentralized finance. And that's the question because the protocols need liquidity to attract liquidity, and the protocols cannot attract liquidity without the liquidity. So that's the initial problem of any other DeFi ecosystem. That's why we have a lot of incentivization, and that's why we are talking about yield farming and how it works. Because without the incentive, we not able to have the income and liquidity inside our protocol, even inside our chain. That's why a lot of foundations of the blockchain giving the incentivization for the stablecoins pools, for example, like it was on Near or like it was in Solana with CyberDex. And what I can say that we discussed the top one tier of products. Then we have second tier of products. What exactly the second tier? Second tier is the yield farming, it's the derivatives, it's platforms like GMX, it's insurance, it's options, and all of them are not able to work, even not able to live without that stable coins, without the swaps from the DEXs, and even without some lending protocols. And that's the major thing. Even though we have a third tier of products, and third tier of products, that's just the forks of first two tiers. So any of you guys can just fork the Uniswap and try to launch it, or fork the Curve and try to launch it. If the product open source in DeFi, it should be open source. You're able to fork it and recreate it, rename it, and launch it. But you will need the liquidity. And what I want to say that if you see in DeFi Llama in the list of the DeFi ecosystems, like I said, first top 10, you see the same products categories inside. With a major part of the liquidity. And if, for example, everything going to be all right in 1 year and we will have the same bull market, that's a question for Dima. Dima, how do you think if someone want to go to participate in DeFi with $200 million on Ethereum, we don't take any other chains. So if someone gonna to participate in DeFi on Ethereum with the $200 million, what he will choose? He will choose the first 10 products, Aave, Compound, Uniswap, Lido, or he will choose more fancy and
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
60 products on the list which have a great opportunity to grow. How do you think?
The first of all, I think it depends of the strategy. If you like to learn to earn not a lot, but he wouldn't like to take more risks. Of course, the first one, where Uniswap, laying protocols like Ava, any trusted pools and audited protocols on Ethereum, and so on, so on, so on. But from other side, if you want to get more, if you want to receive more, but you're ready to take the same more risks, of course, you will choose the second one.
From my experience, people who have $200 million, first of all, don't want to lose. And then they want to earn. And that's the major thing, because if you have shit tons of money, you definitely don't want to put it inside of the risky and fancy protocol, even with a great opportunity. But if you go to some 60s or 70 product inside of the list, they have only 20, even $50 million. If you put their 10 millions, you will have the really major part of liquidity inside of that protocol, and that's super risky. But you have the opportunity, of course. And especially from my experience and from my research based on the on-chain data, the liquidity flow through the major protocols to the next one, and next one. And people who have a lot of money, they first of all go into staking or even to the lending protocol, because they are able to just save it in ETH or BTC or whatever, and then take the loan based on this collateral and participate with this loan inside of the other products in DeFi ecosystem. That's the tricky thing, because when someone joins the DeFi ecosystem, you think like, okay, I will choose not the first 10 products, I will go to 20s to 30s. Okay, so that's a new product. He don't have too much liquidity. It don't have too much liquidity, but I can earn so much. And that's the wrong statement, because you can join it, of course, but the major part of the liquidity, if everything's going to be all right and we will have the bull market, will go through the Uniswap, through the Lido, through the Compound, through the first 10 products to another products, and then to the end. And that's a tricky thing, but you should understand that people with really big money, first of all, don't want to lose it.
Yeah, I want to, I think, ask one more question to Dima, because he mentioned from the marketing perspective, what are the ways to get liquidity to the new projects, new DeFi ecosystems, and new protocols? Can you share your experience?
Yeah, thanks for this question. I think all depends of the products, all depends of the chain where you would like to attract liquidity. But the first of all, you should understand the current narratives, because I really believe in social fi narrative, for example. That's why we are currently, one of our acquisition channel is social fi platforms like some Zili, Galaxy, Mirror, XYZ, Linktree, which was created by Saber Connect, who just had token sale on CoinList like 2.5 months ago. So, and the first of all, if you would like to attract liquidity, you need to think where you are able to take liquidity from. Also, there are a lot of acquisition channels like KOLs, media buying, and so on and so on.
Okay, thank
And
you very
another one,
much. Yeah,
yeah,
okay, go on.
yeah, and another one is to that's the side of kind of B2C, yeah, when you attract liquidity from users. But from the flip side, there is a lot of partnerships, a lot of B2B marketing. You can attract more liquidity from any other protocols, from lendings, and so on. But all depends on your product.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Awesome. So I think we have covered the liquidity, uh, pros and cons of liquidity into the DeFi ecosystems, right? At least cover it a bit. I think we should move to the, when you pick the blockchain, right? You want to go farm or go into some lending, or I don't know, to get some stable coin and farm it, right? For example, so what kind of DeFi projects you need to get involved if you pick one or another blockchain? Uh, can we brainstorm probably this?
Yeah, so it's I can compare it with going to a casino, how to win in a casino. The answer is you should stay as long as possible with the money in your pocket. So that's the tricky thing. If, for example, we are choosing the Ethereum blockchain and making the bet on a whole ecosystem. What means the whole ecosystem? The whole ecosystem means the products inside of the categories. What exact the categories? It's the lending protocols, IMM protocols, what we said before, staking protocols, etc., etc. And to make a bet which can live as long as possible, I would suggest to first of all identify for you in which products categories you believe. So if you believe that DEXs will live during the next 4 years, that's a bet. If you believe that the lending protocols will live for the next 4 years, that's also a bet. And then the same question for the insurance, for the derivatives, for the options. Then inside of the categories in which you believe, you should take 2 or 3 major products. Because, for example, inside of the category lending protocols or the money markets, we have on Ethereum Compound and Aave. And what's the difference? The difference is that the Compound going with a more decentralized strategy than Aave. Aave want to onboard more institutional finance and working in this direction. Compound working in direction with decentralizing everything. And we don't know what's going to be in 4 years, what will be with the regulations. We can bet on both, and someone will lose, someone will win. But if you bet everything on the one product, on the one category, or even on the one token, you have much more chances to lose. And what means the lose here? The lose means the emotion that you lost everything on which you try to participate in crypto. And based on this emotion, you don't want to try it again. So that's the thing. From my perspective, you should build a strategy which can help you to live as much long as possible in this game.
Dima, is there anything you want to add at this point?
I don't have too much to add for Vlad. I would just say that you need to diversify as much as you can. Vlad, if I'm not right, just say it. But I think that you need to use as much trusted and different lendings as much trust and different yield aggregators and so on, just to diversify your not only portfolio but even your yield.
That's fully right. Even though if we want to bet on crypto, on the whole crypto, what exactly the crypto? Is it BTC, ETH, and USDT, or it's a compound, Aave, and Uniswap, or it's a MicroStrategy and some mining companies, or it's a Binance, I mean the exchange, or it's a Coinbase, because a Coinbase also have the stocks which are tradable and you can buy it. And the answer is this is everything. This is everything is crypto. If someone want to invest inside of the medical sector, in the real finance, or inside of the transport sector or tech sector, any other, you are picking the most powerful directions. In crypto, what it is, people still using taxes, and the shares of the taxes and the tokens of the taxes will grow if everything gonna be alright and we have the bull market. Then mining, we still have a mining industry. We still mine BTC, we still mine ETH, even though mining RV and Filecoin with the storages, and that's also the part of the industry. And if you want to bet on the full crypto, you can bet on mining, you can bet on taxes, you can bet on DeFi. Even though we have metaverses, we have meme tokens, we have a lot of other directions inside of one simple small industry. And it's for me, from my experience speaking with the investors, they are they are dividing everything inside of the whole sector to categories, then pick up in the top products, and then making the due research, due diligence, and invest in them. And during all of that process, they, during the all time, still have the stable coins or still have the fiat money. Why? Because we don't need it will be double dip or double top, and we need to have something to diversify even inside of our portfolio with just a fiat or stable coins.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I think I just wanted to add something like this is the really, really difficult things to get into when you want to join the DeFi, right? Because the DeFi is around 5 or 6% of the total crypto market. And inside the DeFi, as you said, there are so much protocols, projects, and ecosystems even, right? And so we are moving like to the questions from the community because it's kind of aligns with my own question. And the question is, when it comes to DeFi, what are the gaps that our project is trying to fill, right? So what are the DeFi users looking for at the moment? I think maybe you can guys share your experience and your vision. What are the DeFi users looking at the moment? Meaning, like, what can be the future of DeFi from your standpoint, Dima?
Yeah, by our research, we mentioned that it also depends of the geography of the user, of their geo, because when you sitting in the US, there is one goals, and when you are from CIS countries, there is another goal. But what I mean, for example, in Ukraine, in Russia, in any other CIS countries, you're looking for a place where you can just save your money, because you don't trust banks, you don't know where you can leave your money, and you don't want to be a rug pull scammed by traditional finance, and so on and so on. But in the US, in Switzerland, in Denmark, there is another situation. You can trust the banks. You know that if you will put your money on a bank account, if you will deposit it, you 100%, not 100%, but you 99% sure that your money will be saved. And you just want to earn some rewards, additional rewards, like 10-12% API will be enough. But for European countries, for CIS, as a rule, they want to get too much higher rewards. They want to get too much higher yield, and so on. And be safe as well.
Yeah, thank you, Vlad. Anything else?
Well, I also have the example from the real life. So we are in Paris. We should go to the conference, and we are trying to take the scooter, just a simple scooter from Bolt, Kiwi, whatever, any company with the scooters. You don't have the app, you don't have anything. You just have the phone and your card. In what time you will ride from the start, from your decision to the ride? From my perspective, it takes around 5 minutes to download the application, to scan the QR code, to log in with, think about it, log in with the Apple account or Google account. And then you are paying with Apple Pay or Google Pay. And that's it. You're on the ride, you're on the scooter. If someone want to create, it was the one hand. The other hand, if someone want to create the position inside of the Uniswap, so someone want just provide liquidity in pool, Robert BTC and ETH, how many steps he should move on, or how many minutes it can be, in what time it can be done? And just for example, so we are downloading the wallet, opening the wallet and seeing the seed phrase. Okay, what is the seed phrase? What's going on? Why I need to may I put just email and the phone and the password? No, we are in a decentralized finance. We are non-custodial. We have the seed phrase. So please back up your seed phrase on the piece of paper. You cannot copy it because it should be backed on the piece of paper. Then, okay, going on, backupping on the piece of paper. Then you're always using the exchanges. So you know what is BTC, ETH, USDT. Perfect. We are sending USDT and cannot do any transaction. Why? Because we don't have enough money to pay a gas. Okay, we should uncover this. Then we're sending money for the gas. Then we're sending other tokens. Then we go into the Uniswap, connecting our wallet, and trying to understand how to provide liquidity, what the fuck means ranges, how to provide this liquidity, what all of this shit, and how it works. That's the problem from my side, because every time when I try to explain someone how to use the simplest products on our market, Aave, Compound, Uniswap, the major one, the simplest one with a MetaMask, the people looking on me like an idiot, like, what? Here I have bank account, here I have the button, I push in the button, the monies go on. That's it. That's how it works. That's how it should be. And during this market cycle, especially during the crypto winter, we had the major update in onboarding for all of the users. And this update consists from two special things. One is a standard and another one is a technology. The standard which called account abstraction. What it means? It means that any product can create for you a non-custodial wallet. It even could be a non-custodial wallet, and you wouldn't pay for the gas. The gas price will deduct from the amounts of the asset which you want to invest or to transfer. That's the idea behind the account abstraction. If you remember, also it was a wallet which called Argent, and Argent had this model even before, and now we have this standard, like the ERC20 standard, and it's standard for account abstraction. And another solution, which also was created during this winter, is the social login. So you don't need to pick up your seed phrase to write it on a paper. You are just simply log in with any social media or Google account. Of course, some of you guys will say, this is not so safety. What you can say about the Binance? Are you using Binance? It's so safety? Is more safety than this? That's a tricky question. Most of the users don't recognize what is the non-custodial or custodial, what is DeFi, what is CeFi, what's the difference between the CEX and DEX. And based on this, if we are already created all of these new fancy technologies with the decentralized storages, with all of the smart contracts, all of these exchanges and products, we should simplify the way how to onboard the users, because we don't have all of this paperwork. We don't have any permission. We don't need to wait some time because exchanges work from 10 to 6. We don't have all of that shit. But only one thing which we have is a knowledge. So the gap between the global adoption is the knowledge about DeFi and crypto, and that's on what we should work together, and that's how we should identify the best user experience, the common practice of user experience, like common practice of taxi app. If someone create the app for the taxi which different interface from Uber and Bolt, it wouldn't be successful. Why? Because we have a standard on the market. That's what should be inside of the DeFi and inside of the onboarding, from my perspective of view and from my experience.
So basically, what you're trying to say that the DeFi is too complex to onboard new users, and this is why DeFi is so small at the moment, even comparing to the whole crypto market, right?
Yeah, we can say that in DeFi we have only 10% of the total market cap from the crypto. That's the major problem. And if we will compare the total crypto market cap with the regular financial market, you can go to CoinMarketCap and you will see there $1.1 trillion, and inside of the stock market we have $90+ trillion. That's the difference. That's how we are able to scale.
Yeah, perfect position. Dima, you want to add something?
I just want to say that I'm 100% agree with Vlad. I think that this is one of the biggest blocker for kind of mass adoption, because I don't want to know how it works. I don't want to know how it works, how the smart contract works. I don't want to know how liquidity coming from where, and so on and so on and so on. I just want to know that I use my wallet. I just need to press one button to send money to someone else, and he will receive it. Another one, I want to land. I just coming and I'm landing, but I don't want to know how it works from the side, from inside.
I wish to also don't want to know how all of this works.
I'm happy that we all agree that DeFi needs something easy, like an easy approach to operate. And I think, and this was actually one of our ideas behind the Leech Protocol when we brainstormed what the DeFi needs at the moment and what we are trying to build, the easy DeFi approach to at the end of the days, I think we will use the account abstraction, we will use the social like login and recovery. But right now, at this moment, with our beta, you'll find the farming, like automated farming across different pools, and we are adding more chains for users, meaning that when you get your stables, for example, on Binance Smart Chain, and you put it into our vaults, it's gonna be transferred, bridged, swapped to another blockchains, to another vaults based on the chosen risk level, and liquidity is available to withdraw at any moment. This is basically the idea of the easy DeFi by the Leech Protocol, but we are at the really, really early stages of the development phase. So right now you can go and browse the app.leechprotocol.com, which is live at the moment, right now, like 1 hour live for everyone without the permission, without the whitelist, without any additional difficulties. The only limit is the 1 million per protocol and 30K per wallet. So, gentlemen, do you have a couple of more minutes? Because I have one more interesting question from our community.
Yeah, I have. What about you, Vlad?
Yeah, we can go on.
Good, great. So the question is from LF Guys, the handle Jim Balance. Since the beginning of from Uniswap, MakerDAO, and the explosive growth of the DeFi projects, what is the core values that cannot be changed from DeFi platforms? What do you think? So the question is, what are the core values in a DeFi that cannot be changed with the evolution of DeFi, obviously?
That's the tricky question, because I don't want to change, for example, the permissionless feature inside of the alt DeFi ecosystem. I don't want to pay for the listings. I just want to list tokens on the DEXs, and that's it. What I also don't want to change, I don't want to change any policies with the regulation based on which token I can trade, which I cannot trade. It can be a separate community, a separate crypto market, which will be regulated. And I still believe that it's really possible to build fully decentralized economy inside of the decentralized finance. And but I'm the believer. How it will be in a few years, I don't know. I really don't know. But for sure, I don't want to change the permissionless part, and I don't want to add too many regulations there. And all of that already old shit, like SEX's regular exchanges works from 10 to 6. I cannot even imagine if someone say me that I cannot sell BTC on 5 a.m. at Sunday. What? No.
Yeah, I'm agree with Vlad, but I'm not sure about regulations because, yeah, of course, all of us don't to want to be anonym in Web3, but I think that this thing is already in past, and in the future we will see anyway more regulations, and there is no more place for anonymity in Web3 in case you would like to attract more liquidity from Web2 world. Even we can see it in with Gitcoin IDs, with some soulbound tokens, and other shit like this.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we should wrap up. Still, we got a budget for the best questions because I think we just answered two, but we are out of time. So what I propose, guys, go to our official Telegram chat and put your questions, and we will choose a couple of more questions, and I will send it to our speakers today, so we can choose it and answer it directly in our Telegram chat, and we will share the prizes. So I think overall, I think it was the really interesting conversation, even with these internet connection issues. Anything else, guys, that you want to add, and we will wrap up.
What we say, this is not a financial advice, and you should play your own game, and you should try to live as long as possible in crypto, and please diversify and do your own research.
Yeah, and thank you guys for inviting me as a guest for this AMA session. It was really nice to talk here, really nice to answer your questions, and thanks for this community. Thanks for your questions as well. I hope someone of us said something interesting today for you and something new.
Thank you very much for sharing your experience, for your time. And guys, go to our Telegram group and post just one question per account, please. Don't spam there. And we will pick 2 or 3 more questions for the to share the prize pool among 5 best questions. Thank you very much. It was a fun. Have a great day, evening, morning, and enjoy your yields. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye.
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.